Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome to Shal Gulhati, Shiva and Mysticism for another episode of Monday with Mahadev. Today I'm going to talk to you about the use of imagination. Can we use imagination in our search for God? You see, most spiritual systems tell us that when we are in meditation or dhyana, we need to keep our mind still. And most of us find this impossible to do because our mind is like a monkey, from one branch of a tree to another, never stops. So, when we are told by our guides to keep our mind still during meditation, we somehow just can't do that and we say we don't know how to proceed. In the Shiva Sutras, in the second Upaya, Shaktopaya, which is based on mantras, this is discussed in the very second verse, and it is said that the aspirant who cannot keep their mind still, who cannot be nirvikalpa without any thought, has to then get on to Shuddha Vikalpa. If you have to have thought, let it be a pure thought. And how does one do that? So, this is like from meditation, a little change to visualization and then back to meditation. How does one do that? And the sutra says this is done by mantra shakti and it is done by sat tarka. A plus B lead to Shuddha Vidya, which is the result which is wanted. Now, mantra shakti is that your guide gives you some mantra and that mantra is charged with power, and when you recite that mantra or think of it internally, it gives you some power. And sat tark means to think or to discuss only about the truth. What is God? Is there consciousness? What must God be doing? How must He have created this world? And so on. So we see here that imagination can play a great role. While we are told to keep our mind still, but we can always use our imagination to get to Shuddha Vikalpa. So once we have some mantra which we are given by a guide or by our mother or father or our priest, like Om Namah Shivaya, Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah, and we think about the meaning of the mantra when we are sitting quietly in our dhyana. We think of our mantra, we recite it, we start thinking about the meaning of the mantra and let our mind wander that side. Use our imagination. So if we have a mantra which says Bahubali or the very strong, we can imagine God to be like Hanumanji, very strong, well built, with a lot of prowess. We can think of our God to be an Ubermensch, Superman, one who can do anything, any miracle, any feat. So this kind of imagination is definitely very helpful in our search for God, because actually all we are doing is tuning the radio of our mind, our meditative mind, onto a particular frequency. So we are not to do any kind of tarka, any kind of discussion, or we are only supposed to do sat tarka. What would be the prowess of God? What would be the strength of God? How would God be creating? So when we are using our imagination, we are mere mortals, we are using our imagination to think, if there were a God and if God can do anything, how would He be doing this? Then we are on the line of sat tarka, and we are using our imagination to get to what is called Shuddha Vidya. Soon, when that frequency gets connected to Mahadev, some messages do come back. And this is a very interesting stage. I made a word for this, which is between meditation and imagination, and I called it mentation. Mentation is the kind of thing when God transmits back His message to you. So next time you sit down in meditation, you could try the power of positive visualization of Sattarka. You could use your imagination a little bit and then wait for the answers that God gives you. I hope you liked this short video. Join me again next Monday and I will be back with another Shiva wisdom for you. Om Namah Shivaya.